Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Brett Pagansky. A shooter is on the run tonight after somebody shot and killed a woman in Covington. It happened this afternoon on West 34th Street. And WCPO 9 News reporter Andrew Rowan shows you who she is and who she leaves behind.
Brett, we don't have very much information about what happened, but we do know that one person has died in this shooting, 25-year-old Kierra Lane from Covington. Her family was out here on the sidewalk for most of the afternoon and evening in what has been a very emotional scene here.
Kierra's family tells me she leaves behind two children, an 11-month-old and a 2-year-old. Her family says she was just an all-around good person and an especially caring mother and sister. Neighbors said they heard multiple gunshots just after 3 p.m. Covington police say she died on the scene after being shot multiple times. Kierra's mother said her daughter had an argument with someone she knew earlier in the day, and it ended with gunshots. However, Covington police haven't confirmed that information, but they did say they do not have anyone in custody. The family told us Kierra's two children and Kierra's sister were upstairs at the time of the shooting, but they did not get injured. A neighbor who was out here said this is unusual.
People say it's the hood. They don't feel like the hood to me. I mean, everybody's nice. I've never seen fights or cop cars go to their house. I've never seen nothing, you know, so.
If you have any information, police say you can call Covington detectives or Cincinnati Crime Stoppers, 513-352-3040. In Covington, Andrew Rowan, WCPO 9 News.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Shanira and this is Talk and Crime. Today I have another story, and this channel covers domestic violence cases and also missing cases. Today's story is about a young lady named Kierra Lane. Now, Kierra Lane was a loving, warm-hearted person. Everyone enjoyed to be around her. She enjoyed smiling, taking time out with family and friends. Her dreams and goals was to create a family and get married and also just enjoy life. Eventually, Kierra became a mother, and she became a mother to a 11-month-old and a 2-year-old. I mean, Kierra was one of the best mothers any child could ask for. Kierra was just a warm, nurturing person that everybody loved. Unfortunately, Kierra would lose her life by the hands of someone that promised her all her dreams and hopes would come true, only for him to take her life away, ending it all. This is the story of Kierra Lane. Now, Kierra was a 25-year-old mother of two. Kierra lived in Connecticut, and she also just enjoyed life. Kierra family and friends was devastated on the day of January 6th. That's when everything took a turn. Now, Kierra called her sister and her sister friend over because Kierra supposed to have been doing a custody change with her children's father and ex, Mario Payne. Now, once Mario got over to do the custody exchange, he would do the unthinkable. Him and Kierra would have a disagreement. Mario would go back to his vehicle, get a gun, and start opening fire on Kierra. By that time, Kierra had already took off to run back in her house. Unfortunately, the bullets hit Kierra 4 different times. Kierra falls to the ground, and instantly her sister dials 911, as well as people in the community that heard the disturbance. Kierra was pronounced deceased on the scene.
And thank you so much for joining us for Fox 19 Now at 10. I'm Brittany Harry. We start tonight with the latest on a deadly shooting investigation in Covington, where Covington police say sadly a 25-year-old woman was killed.
I was just watching TV and we heard gunshots. And so not long after that, my ring went off and there's like 10 cop cars flying past.
Here's the video where you can see Covington police rush to the scene of a reported shooting in Latonia this afternoon. When they arrived, police say they found 25-year-old Kierra Lane dead from numerous gunshot wounds.
The father of the girl that was shot was saying that he shot his daughter.
A suspect hasn't been identified at this time by Covington police, but neighbors say they heard the shooter is known to Lane.
Unfortunately, these beautiful young children lost their mother, and Kierra's sister witnessed it all. She also stated that Mario looked her in the face and smiled, and then kindly took off and left.
But first, a man wanted in connection with the shooting death in Latonia over the weekend has been caught. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Tricia Mackey.
And I'm Megan O'Rourke. So Covington police say 38-year-old Mario Payne was arrested in Louisville.
Mike Shell's been following the story. He's live in Latonia with more. Mike?
Yeah, Tricia, Kenton County Commonwealth Attorney Rob Sanders says that Mario Payne was arrested by Louisville police officers who found him at a family member's house. This is the house on West 34th Street where Kierra Lane was found shot and killed on Saturday. Her landlord didn't want to go on camera, but did tell me that he was here when it happened and that this was, quote, just sad that this young mother lost her life. This quiet Latonia street saw a flurry of police activity around 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
306 West 34th Street for a shooting, gunshot wound. There's a female screaming, 306 West 34th.
She was shot and collapsed just inside the front door of her residence, which is where she was located by officers and where she passed away.
Mementos to Kierra Lane now adorn the front steps to the place that she and her 2 young children called home. Police say Mario Payne is the children's father and that he called another woman that he had a child with.
He called her shortly after the shooting and said something to the effect of, "I effed up."
The police report indicates that Payne and Lane met up at a different location for the kids to go with him, but Kierra Lane allowed Payne back at the house to get additional clothing so the children could spend the night with him. But the two then began to argue.
Witnesses told Covington police detectives that during the course of an argument, Mr. Payne told Ms. Lane something to the effect of, "I've got something for you," at which time he retrieved a handgun from his vehicle and opened fire on Ms. Lane in the doorway of her residence.
A GoFundMe page has been set up, and the organizer says the proceeds will be used for funeral expenses and Lane's children.
Kierra's sister was devastated. I mean, this was a shock. She stated that Kierra knew something was about to happen, but she just didn't know what. Even though she felt like something was about to happen, she did not think the unthinkable, that Mario, somebody who used to love her, or at least said he still did, would take her life. Mario would flee from the scene, causing police officers and other people to look for him. Family and friends was shocked. They stated that they would not expect this from Mario.
And thank you so much for joining us for Fox 19 Now at 10. I'm Brittany Harry. We start tonight with the latest on a deadly shooting investigation in Covington, where Covington police say sadly a 25-year-old woman was killed.
I was just watching TV and we heard gunshots. And so not long after that, my ring went off and there was like 10 cop cars flying past.
Here's the video where you can see Covington police rush to the scene of a reported shooting in Latonia this afternoon. When they arrived, police say they found 25-year-old Kierra Lane dead from numerous gunshot wounds.
The father of the girl that was shot was saying that he shot his daughter.
A suspect hasn't been identified at this time by Covington police, but neighbors say they heard the shooter is known to Lane.
All the friends and relatives here are saying it doesn't sound like his type of character.
Yeah, like he wouldn't do that.
He's a great guy.
He would never in a million. They're like in shock.
They're saying it was a person that I know, the allegations against him. I find that hard to believe. You know, he was a very good guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back, give you anything in this world. I mean, that's like my brother, and I'm very hurt about it, and I don't know what's going on. We haven't heard from him.
Very emotional moments as the investigation played out on West 34th Street this afternoon.
See, the first thing I did was hug the mother. When I saw her and she dropped her knees, I just went over and hugged her.
They also said that Mario was a loving person. He was a great friend. I mean, the list goes on. But only reason why it was a shock that it was even Mario that shot his children's mother is because people, family and friends did not know that Mario was verbally abusive. And if they didn't know that, they probably didn't know that Mario could have been abusive also to Kierra. No one will never know because Kierra is not here to tell her story. So this was a shock that it was even Mario. But It happened. Mario took it amongst himself, taking his kid's mother's life. And unfortunately, not only his children by Kierra has the loss, but Mario had other children too that now will go without a father if Kierra gets justice.
He went to court for the very first time today, where his bond was set at $1 million.
Yeah, so right now there is a fundraiser that's going on to support Lane's family, and that's where Brenda Ordonez is for us live. Brenda.
Well, Megan, Tressa, like you said, I'm here at Bourbon House Pizza in Newport. I'm just going to step out of the way so you can see this is the spot where that fundraiser is being held. I did speak to the owner, and she does expect more people to start trickling in at 5 p.m., which is when this fundraiser starts, and goes until 8 p.m. And during that time frame, 20% of all dine-in and takeout orders will go towards Lane's family to support her funeral costs and the 2 children that she left behind. Now, I will say that I got to speak to some of Lane's former coworkers who are here for this fundraiser, and they say that things like this help them say goodbye to the friend they lost.
I watched him shoot my sister, so I watched him take my sister's life. And the last time he looked me in my eyes, he laughed in my face.
That was the last image 16-year-old Nevaeh Conrad had of 38-year-old Mario Payne. Until now, dressed in a pink jumpsuit, a now stoic Payne appeared at the Kenton County Justice Center.
It was kind of heartbreaking. It made me gut-wrenching. It just made me feel like I needed to throw up.
Payne is facing a murder charge after he allegedly shot and killed the mother of his 2 kids and Conrad's only sister, 25-year-old Kierra Lane.
He said basically that it was a horrible accident, that he was just handing the gun to her and could not explain how it went off 4 times.
Covington detective Jim Lindeman says through his investigation he learned that the pair had returned to a home on 34th Street during one of their custody exchanges when an argument started.
Family and neighbors both report, Mr. Payne says, to the effect of something in the car for Kierra.
Lindeman says Payne then grabbed a gun from his car.
Suspecting something's wrong, she moves inside to the common hallway, attempts to close the door, when Payne comes up onto the porch, fires a .380 caliber 4 times, striking her and killing her.
Lindeman says Lane's 2 kids and 4 others, including Conrad, were in the home when the incident happened. Payne fled and went to Louisville, where he was arrested.
My sister was an amazing person, and she didn't deserve this, and everyone down here knows she did not deserve this. Also, there's no hate against his family or any of that.
You guys, let's pray for Kierra's family, most importantly her 2 beautiful children and her sister that witnessed this whole tragic accident. Well, tragic situation. Something that should never have happened in the first place. You guys, we're going to pray for this family. Also, keep these children in our prayer. You guys, hopefully Kierra Lane gets justice that she deserves. Kierra did not deserve to pass away like that, as well as other people that are in domestic violence situations. No one deserves to lose their life. And unfortunately, in Kierra's case, it all took a tragic turn. You guys, this is Shanira with Talk and Crime. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel. Peace.